Welcome to Inside the Challenge. I have back with me today Brenda Izen of Izen Architecture. Brenda, thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me back.
So last time Brenda spoke of a different challenge than we're going to discuss today, and today's challenge is the detail of connecting glass. Yeah, I know it sounds simple in theory, but well, Brenda is going to bring it forward in a completely different way because I just simplified what we had to install, which was not so straightforward. So I'll stop talking. Brenda, please.
Thank you for that intro.
Welcome.
So as you alluded to, this is a project that we designed that Walden Homes built, and the project was for an existing home that we essentially rebuilt, which we call an extreme reno. Very little of the original house was remaining by the end of the project, and we also did a three-story addition onto the back of the home, the basement, the ground floor, the second floor. We started with some massing exercises for the back. This was a very early concept for what we were hoping to achieve for the back. And one of the ideas that we had, I should say this project was led by Jordan from my team. So when I say we, I really mean Jordan a lot of the time, and sometimes I mean Jordan and me. One of the ideas that we had was to have this glass volume in the primary bath that came up higher than the rest of the rear facade, higher than the parapet, and provided this sort of like 360 opportunity to lay in the bath and look up at the sky. So in early precedent images, we had from the interior the idea for this glass to glass connection and kind of panoramic view. But what we really wanted on the exterior was something that was more three-dimensional and really protruded up and became a feature.
Right.
We also discussed with the clients privacy, since this is a primary bathroom and they're going to be in there every day. And instead of coming to an option like a frosted glass or window covering, we included their wish for this into the facade and came up with a screening pattern in metal panels that would allow the light to come in, but them still to have privacy without the need for window coverage. So once we had developed the rear facade on top of this glass feature, this was another early model, but later on. So we worked with the doors for this portion of glass, and there were a number of limitations that came up very early on. So one of them was that the glass had to slope toward the ceiling portion of the glass had to slope towards the wall portion of the glass instead of draining onto the roof with the rest of the roof drainage. And then also we were told that we couldn't have this three-dimensional glass on top. It couldn't come down like a shoebox on the sides because there was no way to have a thermal break with that. The glass wasn't thermal on its own. And so we had to have three insulated walls connecting to two pieces of glass. We wanted the glass to be a lot higher than the parapet and higher than the facade, but that would mean increasing the height of the side parapets, and then you would see the thickness of the parapet on the front. We went through many iterations to try and come up with what would be the best solution. And in the end, we had the same parapet height all the way around on the roof. So most of the challenge happened during this stage and when we were trying to design for the concept that we wanted. And we came up with different ways to have glass on the side. We came up with different configurations for the parapet and for the parapet to meet the glass. Another challenge was that we wanted the window frame to be flush with the drywall on the interior. And in order to achieve that, we had to increase the size of the window frame. And we didn't want to be able to see any of the parapet through the skylight window. So there were a number of changes that happened around the shop drawing stage to achieve this. When the house was framed, this was the last part. The window where it was going to go was the last part that was framed, and even it was the last part where the windows were installed because we were still working through some of the details and everything was so highly customized for this. And you can see this is the drone view once the other windows had gone in.
Mhm.
And you can see how the parapet comes around. So when the window came, it came as pieces. It's a curtain wall system. It's not a window. And so the way it was installed um, was was one piece at a time instead of coming together as one unit. And so the front was installed first. And then once the front was on, then they started dealing with the top piece, which again had to slope um, down towards this piece of glass, but then it had to work in conjunction with the other parapet walls because we had determined that this height would match all the way around. Then the top piece was installed, and the next it was flush with the interior drywall, and it did come a little bit higher than what we had thought we were able to do on the facade. And then the next portion of the challenge was that we wanted the fasteners of the aluminum panel to not be visible from anywhere within the interior, and also trying to figure out how the metal panel would be finished on both sides in two different colors because we wanted to have white on the inside for the reflection of light. So there were a number of rounds of shop drawings. After the number of rounds of shop drawings with the window supplier and figuring out all of the details there, then there were a number of revisions of shop drawings with the cladding supplier to figure out how to get that perfectly on. And here is the photo of the finished product from the outside. So you can't see the glass coming up above the facade, but you can see how everything's integrated with the panels. Mm. And then here's the finished photo from the inside. I guess it's the almost finished photo, but one of the really amazing serendipitous outcomes of this was the way the light reflected through each of the panes of the triple pane glass. We always knew that there would be the screening, obviously, and that the shape of the perforations on the panel would come through and create this like beautiful sort of pattern in the bath and shower. But what we didn't anticipate is this like beautiful kaleidoscopic pattern that you get on the actual window. And I think that's one of the most spectacular parts of the house.
Yeah. I remember the first time I saw this picture.
It's
and I was
it's
like, oh.
It's not just the picture. It's like every time I go there and every day the light is different. And I can only imagine what it's like to live in this space. And it's the pictures don't really do justice how bright the whole bathroom is. As a result of this, like you don't need to turn on any of the lights. And then the additional challenge that came after this was that we wanted, there's a piece of millwork that goes in here that comes flush with this window frame and flush with the wall above. And we wanted to carry the door face of this millwork right up into the skylight shaft and not have a change in plane and bring it all the way to the window pane, which was then all finished micro cement. So again, many iterations of shop drawings with the millworker, just for this one little area. But the end result, which will be photographed in a couple of weeks, is really spectacular.
I would agree. What I was just actually thinking about is what it would be like for the clients to be able to sit in there, have a soak, and you get one of those orange hues of sunset, pinkish orange hues, and what that would look like coming through. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it would be incredible. These are south-facing windows, so you get sort of all the different conditions throughout the day and throughout the seasons. And it was a lot of effort and a large challenge, but it's one of the most like beautifully custom integrated pieces of the whole house where everything comes together. All the trades were involved, all the time was spent. And it's part of what makes this house so special. It will be and probably has already been just an incredible moment to spend time in this bathroom.
Yeah. Brenda, thank you for sharing this and walking us through it all. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.